sleep until he's in the ground.
Hello,
Sydney. Scream captivated audiences worldwide, broadening the appeal of the slasher genre at a time where slashers didn't slash. Scream was more than a good laugh. The opening scene of Scream petrified me as a kid, and still does to this day. We learned the rules from Randy.
There are certain rules
on surviving a horror movie.
Number 1, you can never have sex.
And never saying,
"I'll be right back."
We're not even trying to fit through a doggy door in a garage. I mean, come on, look at this. He's even surprised how easy this is. This whodunit meta slasher franchise brought us 4 films over the course of 2 decades, where we grew alongside these characters in their survival to make it into the next movie. With the passing of the late, great Wes Craven, the Scream movie franchise seemed uncertain. Of course, nothing truly ever dies in Woodsboro, and all good things come in pairs, including the new director team that gave us 2019's Ready or Not. 2022's Scream, or Scream 5, is a callback to the original of the same name, slicing the same path of the original, detouring slightly to come back around once more on the murder train. Choo choo! Whole new cast, still same original. We're back, of course, where it all began, Woodsboro, 25 years later. We open to high schooler Tara Carpenter, home alone, until a stranger calls. I think we know how this one ends. Ghostface pretends to be a friend of Tara's mother. They talk about all things horror. Tara likes the Babadook, and I would say she has good taste. Ghostface's real motivations are soon learned, and Tara has to answer trivial questions about the Stab franchise. There's a tense scene involving the doors unlocking digitally by the killer, reminding us all to stay with analog locks. We're introduced to Sam Carpenter, the protagonist, and her boyfriend Richie. Sam is notified by Tara's friend Wes that she was attacked and is in the hospital because Ghostface couldn't finish the job. Maybe he, or she, or they are new to this whole killing thing. Sam and Richie leave for Woodsboro, and with Sam's return, the stage is set for the killer to kill and the blood to spill. Everyone is a suspect and a victim. Sam goes to the one person who can help survive a sequel. No, not Randy. He dead. Officer Dewey. David Arquette plays Dewey and gives my favorite performance of the entire film, and perhaps his entire career. He's still that lovable dork, but when you've been stabbed 9 times, you kind of develop an edge, and Dewey definitely has that edge. But throw in some heartbreak there too, you know? It's not Scream 5 without the Scream Queen herself, Sidney Prescott, and Gale Weather, at the scene once again. Despite their lack of screen time, no, not that screen time, especially Sidney's, their presence is felt where it counts. The protagonist Sam has a past she can no longer hide from. I do like the relationship between Sam and Tara, creating some of the more dramatic and emotional elements in the story. I bought into the troubled past of Sam, hiding from the past, having the past confront her and yielding a knife. Scream 2022 has a lot to juggle, being the 5th in the series. Of course we have a new cast of characters to develop, on top of the old whom we're more emotionally invested in. There's definitely a challenge balancing the old with the new, and how much time spent setting up events from previous films. Also, just how meta and self-aware can you be before you cross the line, and where is it? Ghostface is just as ghastly and nasty in this hybrid of a sequel and reboot that'll leave you on the edge of your seat. I thought there were some good kills and scares that brilliantly elevate the tension. I don't come for the blood when I watch a Scream movie, but for those that do, you won't lose. For sure, my favorite supporting character is Mindy Meeks Martin, who's basically the new Randy, because her uncle was indeed Randy. There's a very meta version where she's watching the first Stab movie, and, well, you just have to see it to know what I mean. I thought it was brilliant, and what she does that parodies the end of that first Scream was brilliant too. Skeet Ulrich is back as Billy Loomis. No, not from the grave, but in flashbacks. I was hoping to see Matthew Lillard as Stu, but maybe he was out solving mysteries with Scooby-Doo. All silliness aside, for the story it does make sense for Loomis to return. Wrong Loomis. 2022's Scream follows the 1996 original to a fault in terms of plot points and characters, but surprisingly, this doesn't fault the movie. Ghostface will be back to stab in Scream 6. We look forward to see it. Thanks for watching our review of Scream on Movie Reviews by the Flick Fixers. Please like, comment, and subscribe.